Can you guys believe that I have been in my LSD dosing therapy for over a year now? I started this whole adventure in May, and I got signed up with a research group called Cedar Research, and they were doing research on psychedelic therapies. I got accepted in, super cool. And from the psychedelic therapy, I am now coming up on my very last dosing. That's 5 dosings plus a placebo. I got the placebo. They can't say it, but oh fuck. If it was a placebo, one hell of a placebo. But no, I got it. So I technically have dosed like 6 times, or will be like 6 times. I go in next week for my final dosing, and it's crazy. Like, to be 100% honest with you, it's really helped. So I have generalized anxiety disorder. A lot of people don't realize that because I mask it really, really well. But I grew generalized anxiety disorder after a bunch of bullshit, a failed slander campaign, some massive defamation by a group of people that really just wanted me to end it. Um, this entire city, it seemed, wanted me dead, wanted me out. And basically, I dug my heels in. I kicked ass, proved my innocence, and the side effects of that was I got a lot of anxiety. So I got signed up with this group, and the psychedelic therapy that I did was about 100 micrograms of LSD every 4 to 6 weeks. Sometimes a little bit further out, sometimes like at the 4 week mark exactly. And ultimately, the program was to study how it helped my anxiety. And I'll tell you what, it really, really helps anxiety. It's no different than like when they were studying and right before they legalized ketamine as its own therapy, which is now totally legal. People use it all the time for depression. The psychedelic therapy for LSD, though, basically is based on the neuroplasticity it creates within your brain after the fact. Um, People think that, I'm going in and I'm tripping balls and having fun and whatnot, when really, what people on the outside on the street would call a bad trip, they would call a good trip inside of the doctor's office. Basically, you're trying to hit those deep, dark situations, the things that could be causing all of your anxious issues, any amount of depression you have, anything like that. You're supposed to go through and kind of hit on those so you can kind of like bring it to the surface. I kind of liken it to like going into a lake and mucking up all of the sediment and the silt at the bottom of the lake to make sure that there's no skeletons or anything that are in there. It'll all float to the surface. So yeah, go in, and it can get a little bit crazy. That's very controlled. I go in, there's 2 monitors that are there watching me the entire time. They're therapists, and then there's a doctor on hand that is paying attention to everything that's going on, to make sure that everything is safe. And then they do a bunch of testing afterwards and see how it turns out. And honestly, like, it's done me wonders. Like, I feel like a different human. um as a person who has experimented with psychedelics in my youth, I can say that it is way different than what you're going to find on the street. This is not something that you can really do on your own. Medical grade LSD is very different than the regular stuff, and on top of that, these therapists are helping guide you through these dark moments. You're not doing it by yourself. It's so controlled. Like, the music is controlled for you, the scenery is controlled for you. You can't do anything to sway your mind. You're kind of just locked in, and you got to go through it. So it's not something that I think people should try to do on their own with street drugs. It's something that if you want to experience it, they do have the study is opened up right now again, so they're looking for new test subjects, and hopefully the FDA approves it as its own therapy, and then we can start utilizing it on a legal basis, because honestly, it's changed my life. They call it MM120 on paper, but really it's medical grade LSD. Absolutely, absolutely mind-boggling, no pun intended. And yeah, it basically you go in. It's time, like I said, about 10 hours that I'm under, and from that 10-hour stint, I feel different, especially like physically different, for probably about a week to 2 weeks afterwards. Um, and then basically you're kind of left with the tools that you gain when you are on the LSD. Afterwards, you're kind of left with whatever coping tools that you kind of develop to work with afterwards. So honestly, it's kind of crazy that I've been doing this for over a year. It's crazy that it's helped as well as it has. Blows my freaking mind, but I'm very excited to say I've been a part of it. I'm very, very excited to say it's really helped me. Um, Gosh, it's been an experience, that's for sure. Something that I will get to take with me for a long time and get to tell people the story. Um, the people down at the research group are super professional, super great. Yeah, it's been an overall great experience, and I can't believe that my final dosing is in a 1 week from today. So I will give you guys a final update after that happens. And hopefully, we see the FDA approve it. And if it does get approved, you can thank me and the other 302 test subjects currently uh, for getting that approved. So super exciting. Yeah, once again, not advocating for you to try the street versions of it. You don't know how that stuff's made, you don't know what it's cut with or how strong it is. The medical grade LSD is very, very controlled. You know exactly what you're getting, and I can tell because when I was in my youth and I tried it, basically I always ended up with like crazy mad headaches and couldn't sleep for days afterwards and stuff like that. Sometimes where this, as soon as it's over. So yeah, very excited, kind of bittersweet. I really don't want to stop the therapy, but it is what it is. And yeah, we'll see where it goes and how it changes me further after all is all said and done. So I love you guys. See ya. Deuces. Do your thing. And yeah, stay safe. Keep following me for all the other crazy adventures that I'm gonna be on. Right now we're on a hiking adventure. Say hi, doggos. Say hi, doggos. Oh, you're tangled up, teddy teddy. Yeah, anyways. Bye.